But let me come right to the very top to a special India Today exclusive that's coming tonight. Our crime investigation team has found from the Delhi police that there is no evidence of JNU-SU former student President Kanhaiya Kumar being involved in slogan shouting at the JNU event last year, which had led to sedition charges being brought against him. According to the Delhi police report, Kanhaiya reached the scene after the clashes. The probe says that the police wrongly implicated Kanhaiya for sedition. A special cell had sent 40 videos for lab tests. The tests have confirmed anti-national sloganeering, but the sloganeering was mostly by Kashmiri students, according to the probe. That's the big story that we are breaking right at the very top tonight. Ankit Tyagi joining me now from the campus. Ankit, this will have implications because it will strengthen the hands of Kanhaiya Kumar and his supporters, who will say they were a victim of political targeting.
That's right, Rajdeep, and this special cell report that we have accessed very clearly shows that Kanhaiya Kumar was not even present at the time when these slogans were raised. But it also says that he was wrongly implicated. It names Umar Khalid and Anirba, the other two students whose name was heard at that time last year. Both of them, they say that they have identified as the ones, those who were shouting slogans. There are other 7 Kashmiri students, those who have been identified by the special cell, but not named as the one who have mostly shouted anti-India slogans. But very importantly and interestingly, Rajdeep, it's almost been 1 year that this case was given to the special cell of Delhi police. They have not yet filed the charge sheet. The important question now is, what is the pressure that they are not finding the charge sheet? Even if they say that they have identified the people, then why their names have not been given? They say that few of these students came from Aligarh, few of them came from various other colleges all across the Delhi University. Now, will it have rather big political implication? Is that the reason why the charge sheet has not been filed? And if Kanhaiya Kumar was wrongly implicated by the local police, will there be any action against the officers, those who booked him?
Okay, Ankit Tyagi, we'll keep coming back to you for more details. Meanwhile, Kanhaiya Kumar this morning spoke to our correspondent Smita Sharma, reiterated that he was innocent and he had been wrongly framed, something that the police report now finally seems to endorse as per our police sources. Listen in quickly to what Kanhaiya had to say to Smita Sharma.
आप कौन होते हैं हमको इंटरनेशनल बोलने वाले? जब इस देश के कानून ने हमको बेल दिया है, जब 1 साल के बाद भी पुलिस ने चार्जशीट फाइल नहीं किया है, कोई भी एविडेंस हमारे खिलाफ नहीं है. सी, always I speak about the integrity of this nation, and within the conditions of the freedom of expression, we express ourselves. We demand what is our basic demands. We never say that we want azadi from this nation. Anybody is asking about the separatist thing, we don't support. We believe in the integrity of this country. We believe this is our firm position. But I am giving you certain different kind of examples. हमारे मामले में जहां आपके पास एविडेंस नहीं है, 1 साल में चार्जशीट नहीं हुआ है, आप बार-बार जाकर के मुझे बोलने नहीं देते हैं, उमर को नहीं बोलने देते हैं और कहते हैं कि ये लोग इंटरनेशनल हैं.
So that will have huge implications. The fact that Kanhaiya Kumar may now not have sedition charges being actually pressed against him. Remember, this comes against the backdrop of the Delhi University campus, where today there were more protests and counter-protests on the issue of violence on the Ramjas College campus. Let's get you the top 5 developments of the day. Delhi University student Gurmeher Kaur withdrew from the Save Delhi University campaign, left the national capital after hitting back at detractors. The 20-year-old army martyr's daughter said she had been through enough. Her family backs her, says they aren't afraid of the threats. There's also been another big campus showdown because DU University became a battleground for protest marches amidst huge police presence. Left-backed ISA, Congress-backed NSUI held marches against ABVP hooliganism. The ABVP now plans to hold a counter-march in Delhi on the 2nd of March. After the political slugfest, more celebrities joined the war of words. The Fogart sisters of Haryana and wrestler Yogeshwar Dutt took on Gurmeher and criticized her. Poet Javed Akhtar, on the other hand, took a jibe at former cricketer Sehwag and the wrestlers who flayed the young DU student. Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal also joined in the politics of it. He met the Lieutenant Governor Anil Baijal and blamed the ABVP for inciting violence, Baijal assuring swift action against those violating the law. And the National Human Rights Commission has told the Delhi police to probe the alleged excesses by its men against the students, for which 3 policemen have already been suspended. Law Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad admitted that trolling Kaur was wrong in an interview to India Today. But while the spotlight is on Delhi University, it is campuses beyond the national capital that have become hostage to growing intolerance. Tonight, the Banaras Hindu University, one of the most prestigious in the country, now in its 101st year, is under the eye of a scanner. The university faces serious charges of gender discrimination. I want to tell you what those charges are first. That's right, an investigation that we've carried out on the campus has shown female students are not allowed access to free Wi-Fi and internet in their hostel rooms. There is no such restriction on male students. Girls are not allowed to eat non-vegetarian food in their campus. Shockingly, boys can eat whatever they want. Girls can't even make telephone calls at night. They cannot go out of their hostel even in the campus after 8 p.m. These rules do not exist for boys. Female students do not have the freedom of wearing clothes of their choice. They can't even wear shorts in their mess. They're also shockingly being barred from voicing their opinion. They cannot take part in any protest or any political debates. Boys are not being made to follow these restrictions. Now, so far, the girls of Banaras Hindu University have been reluctant to speak out, fearing retribution. But this weekend, a few of them dared to finally face the camera. I met 4 such brave young girls. I want to bring you their story tonight in their own voice. Listen in to India in 2017 and support these young girls. Listen in. At a time when the focus has been on student battles in the national capital in Delhi University and JNU, Banaras Hindu University is the story that has been neglected in the media, because here we are told there is serious gender discrimination among other problems. And I have 4 girls who are now brave enough to come out and speak. Your names?
Mineshi, Deepshri, Mridula Mangalam, Nivedita Shandilya.
And which years are you in?
I'm in 2nd year. I'm in 3rd year. Third year. Third year. And
you all have your identity cards, right? So you are all students of BHU. Otherwise, people will say tomorrow that you all are not students of BHU. Okay, I'm going to ask you, what is the nature of the discrimination that is going on? Tell me the nature of the discrimination.
नेचर ऑफ डिस्क्रिमिनेशन सर प्रॉब्लम्स बहुत है हम लोग को. हम लोग को स्टार्टिंग से जब हम लोग को हॉस्टल अलॉटमेंट यानी जो सबसे पहला प्रोसेस होता है उसमें होता है माँ बाप को लाओ. फिर माँ बाप को कहा जाता है कि आप देखिए कि वहाँ पे क्या क्या रूल्स हैं. तो आप धरना में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर सकते, आप 8 बजे तक आ जाएंगे. और माँ बाप से हम लोग के बाकायदा सिग्नेचर भी होता है कि आप अगर मेरी बेटी ऐसा कुछ करती है तो हमारे टीचर्स के पास राइट्स हैं कि वो हम लोगों को निकाल सकते हैं हॉस्टल से.
नहीं, धरना नहीं, पहले मुझे कहा गया था आप पॉलिटिकल डिबेट में भी पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर सकते. हाँ सर, धरना और डिबेट अलग अलग चीजें हैं.
सर कोई भी पॉलिटिकल ग्रुप जो कि बीएचयू से बाहर है, कोई भी पॉलिटिकल ग्रुप हम उसमें डिबेट में नहीं पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते. और स्पेशली अगर वो संघ के अगेंस्ट होता है तो संघी विचारधारा अगर आप
So you cannot participate in, let's say, any debate on any issue which is against the policies of the government.
Yes sir, बिल्कुल भी हम लोग को नहीं. अगर हम लोग आरएसएस के खिलाफ लिखते भी हैं या फिर संघी विचारधारा के तो हमारे लिए प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट करता ही करता है.
On 30th of January there was, you wanted to do a debate on Mahatma Gandhi.
हाँ सर, लोग चर्चा कर रहे थे. सॉरी आई वाज नॉट देयर, लेकिन मैंने देखा था कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स की वजह से मैं नहीं जा पाई थी. लेकिन वहाँ से उठा दिया गया था जो भी बच्चे वहाँ पे कर रहे थे.
You are not allowed to participate in the debate on Gandhi.
No sir, हमारे टीचर्स हम लोगों को बोलते हैं कि आपकी डिग्निटी आपके हाथ में है. सो प्लीज आप एनएसएस और एनसीसी में भी मत जाइए क्योंकि आप लड़कियां हैं, आपकी इज्जत खराब हो जाएगी.
You are also not allowed to cook non-vegetarian in your hostels, am I right?
Yes sir.
And the boys are allowed to do that in their hostels.
Actually, it's not about cooking. Basically, it's not provided on the mess menu. And the boys' hostel and the girls' hostel, we pay same price, same fee for mess. And for the girls, it's not allowed in the scheduled mess routine. For boys, it is allowed. Means we can have non-veg, but we have to purchase it from outside.
You have to purchase it from outside, while the boys can cook it if they want in the hostel.
Yeah, in their mess, it's on a regular schedule.
It's on the regular schedule. It's not on. What about Wi-Fi? Is it true that you all are not allowed Wi-Fi in your hostels?
Yes sir, we are not allowed the Wi-Fi in our hostels, and at the same time boys have the Wi-Fi condition.
You are not allowed. आप Wi-Fi use नहीं कर सकते.
वाईफाई से यूज कर सकते हैं, कनेक्शन प्रोवाइड नहीं की गई है यहाँ एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन के।
YouTube, Facebook आप कहीं नहीं जा सकते यानी?
नहीं सर, वाईफाई कनेक्शन प्रोवाइड नहीं किया।
नो वाईफाई कनेक्शन, ओनली फॉर द गर्ल्स?
ओनली फॉर
लैंड कनेक्शन तक नहीं है सर, लगभग सारे बॉयज हॉस्टल में, लेकिन लड़कियों के हॉस्टल्स में नहीं है, टेलीविजन तक नहीं है। अगर रखा हुआ है डब्बा तो वहाँ पे सेट टॉप बॉक्स वगैरह रखा हुआ है, लेकिन हाँ डिश नहीं है। और आप नहीं, अरे आप क्या करेंगे, आप तो सीरियल्स ही देखेंगे।
बट जब मैंने वाइस चांसलर से बात की थी, उन्होंने कहा था ये गलत है, ऐसी कोई बात नहीं है। क्या
आगे अपने हॉस्टल में आप हम लोग की इंक्वायरी कर सकते हैं। लैंड वाईफाई नाम की कोई सुविधा नहीं प्रोवाइड की गई है। इवन हम लोग की लाइब्रेरीज भी जल्दी बंद हो जाती हैं। हमारे
कॉलेज की लाइब्रेरी 4 बजे बंद हो जाती है।
4 बजे आपकी लाइब्रेरी की बंद हो जाती है। व्हाट अबाउट साइबर लाइब्रेरी? इज इट 24 आवर्स? हाउ मेनी आवर्स इज योर साइबर लाइब्रेरी?
24 आवर्स के लिए तो लोग लड़ ही रहे हैं, 12 घंटे लगभग। और अगर सर ये खुल भी जाती है तो MMV की लड़कियों को क्या फायदा, क्योंकि हम लोग 8 बजे के बाद बाहर जाने के लिए अलाउड नहीं है। हम लोग 6 बजे से पहले
You can't go out anywhere after 8 o'clock.
नो सर, और 6 बजे से पहले we are not allowed to go out.
नॉट
Even in your campus you cannot go outside your hostel after 8
to go
o'clock.
our homes. हम लोगों को बाकायदा एप्लीकेशन लिखवाना पड़ता है, टीचर से साइन करवाना पड़ता है, तब जाके 6 बजे से पहले आप निकल सकते हैं। और अगर आपने साइन नहीं करा, भले ही आपकी ट्रेन हो, आप नहीं जा सकते। यू आर नॉट अलाउड टू गो आउटसाइड बिफोर 6 AM.
Before 6 AM. And what is the reason being given? आपके वार्डन्स रीजन क्या दे रहे हैं कि आप
security of girls, and secondly I want to insist on one point, like they close the gates after 8. MMV gates are closed after 8, but after 10 the respective hostel gates are also closed. Like in the MMV campus there are almost 4 to 5 hostels, and the respective gates are also closed before 10. I mean,
maybe they are doing it for your security, maybe they are doing it आपकी security.
MMV campus is completely a girls campus, and the respective hostel gates are also closed. I mean, they're all girls.
We can communicate, even our interact with our girlfriends.
बड़ी बात ये है कि लड़कियों के हॉस्टल्स बंद हो जाए। एक लड़की दूसरी लड़की के हॉस्टल में नहीं जा सकती 10 बजे के बाद। जाती है तो उसके ऊपर बाकायदा सीरियसली उसको डांटा जाता है, उसको वार्निंग्स दी जा सकती है।
What about dress code?
सर अगर हम मेस में शॉर्ट्स में जाते हैं, शॉर्ट्स मतलब नॉर्मल भी बरमूडाज और पैंट, तो टीचर्स अगर हमें देखते हैं तो दे हैव राइट कि वो हमें पब्लिकली एम्बैरेस करें, हम लोग को डांटे और वार्न करें हम लोगों को।
अगर आप शॉर्ट्स पहने अपने मेस में,
we are not talking about hot print, just short sir, knee length, we cannot go, cannot even wear.
And what about meeting boys? Is there any regulation?
There is not any regulation authorized, but they stop us to not meet boys in the front of
किसी लड़के के साथ देखते हैं तो क्लास में बाकायदा बोलते हैं कि अरे नंबर क्यों नहीं आया, हम जानते नहीं तुम लोग घूमते हो लड़कों के साथ।
आप लोग नहीं मिल सकती, और
गेट में हम लोग अलाउड नहीं है मिलना।
वेटिंग एरिया है, वहाँ पे अभी अलाउ नहीं कर रहा है किसी को बैठना, सिर्फ पेरेंट्स आ सकते हैं 5 बजे के बाद। और वो वेटिंग एरिया इसलिए बनाया गया कि आप किसी से मिल सके मीटिंग आवर्स में या क्लासेस आवर्स में।
हम लोग को रात में 10 बजे के बाद अपने फोन से बात करने की परमिशन नहीं थी। और
in your first year you cannot speak after 10 PM.
Even in second year. और अगर ऐसा करते थे तो बोला जाता हमसे कि फोन स्पीकर पे डालो and talk in front of us.
Now all these issues, have you raised them with the VC, with your administration? What has happened?
हम लोगों ने बात की है सर, हम लोगों ने साइंस वगैरह भी करवाया है, लेकिन उसका कोई असर नहीं होता। हमारे हाथ बंधे हुए ऊपर से है।
So when you see what's happening in DU and other universities, you feel BHU is much worse, that there is gender discrimination? There is gender discrimination. लड़कियों के खिलाफ आप कह रहे हैं भेदभाव है।
At least in DU, at least they can raise their voice. There has been protest and there's been counter protest. Here, हमारा जो basic right है protest का, that has been taken away.
You have to sign this affidavit or this undertaking that you will not participate in any protest or
any political debate, any demonstration.
No, political debate is different to dharna. आप कह रहे हैं कि even if you participate in a political debate,
रिटर्न में नहीं बोला था कि आप नहीं पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते।
तो अगर चुनाव पे ये डिबेट है तो आप चुनाव पे डिबेट में पार्टिसिपेट
अभी
नहीं
हम
कर
आपसे
सकते।
बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन हमारे दिमाग में ये है कि हम लोग सस्पेंड हो सकते हैं।
सर दिमाग में
हमारे दिमाग में लगातार है, जब से है। मेरे पापा ने कहा तुम अभी तक रेस्ट्रिकेट नहीं हुई, तुमने बोला इस बारे में, तो ये होता है। रिटर्न में नहीं है पर होता है, ये
होता है। रिटर्न में
There are cases of people who have been suspended?
Yes sir, there are cases of
पेरेंट्स के पास फोन तक जाता है कि आपकी लड़की बहुत ज्यादा पॉलिटिकल पार्टिसिपेशन उसका हो रहा है, प्लीज देखिए। वो पढ़ने आई है, पॉलिटिक्स करने नहीं।
वार्न किया जाता है कि आप नेतागिरी नहीं करेंगे या पॉलिटिक्स नहीं खेलेंगे, यहाँ पे इस टाइप की चीजें।
There are of course संघ शाखाs on your campus itself. And
पंचमी पे और बाकी
संचलन
किया जाता है।
So are you seen as leftists and therefore you are protesting the RSS? Is that how it is seen?
No, because I don't belong to any political ideology, and I just
You belong to no student union, nothing. None of you belong to any student union.
I just protest what's going on right now, and moral policing, that's very prevalent in our campus, and even I have been seen once by the proctors. So, and my phone had been snatched away in first year for talking after 10. So this is all we have faced. Literally,
so
we have
moral
faced.
policing all the time going on your campus. That's what's really happening. Okay, I want to ask you, the VC or maybe the authorities will say that giving girls Wi-Fi will lead to pornography. That aap raat ko pornography dekhengi. That's one of the reasons that has been given, I am told. How do you respond to that? This is not good for your values, culture. When you wear short dresses, isme culture. This moral policing is to protect our traditional culture. This is a Banaras Hindu University. क्या कहेंगी आप? What would you say?
Sir, in that case, I feel कि protection जो हमें हमेशा कहते हैं security, protection, that's the best defense people have for discrimination. Like now you say that if we do child marriage तो rapes नहीं होंगे, infeminate मतलब dowry दे देंगे तो domestic violence नहीं होगा. So that's not the way. So basically अगर pornography अगर गलत है, ठीक है, या मतलब basically porn देखना गलत है तो वो फिर boys hostel में भी नहीं provide होना चाहिए.
So why only girls? You are saying moral policing in this country or in your university is only for girls, not for boys, right? That's what you are trying to say.
Yes sir. क्योंकि सर इनको लगता है कि लड़कियां अपवित्र हो जाएंगी कुछ भी, या फिर नॉनवेज से या फिर पोर्नोग्राफी से. लड़कों के साथ अरे लड़के हैं, वो बाहर जा रहे हैं, घूम रहे हैं, ठीक है. तो अगर सर अगर वाईफाई से हम लोग पोर्नोग्राफी देखेंगे, हमारी वैल्यूज खराब हो रहे हैं, खत्म हो रही हैं, तो इस हिसाब से तो हमारा हॉस्टल में आना भी वैल्यूज के अगेंस्ट है. इस हिसाब से तो लड़कियों को एजुकेशन देना भी वैल्यूज के अगेंस्ट, क्योंकि अगर पढ़ेंगी तो आगे बढ़ के बोलेंगी, कुछ एक्स्ट्रा करेंगी.
लेकिन सर हमारे वीसी ने ये भी कहा है कि लड़कियों का रात में पढ़ना अव्यावहारिक है.
अव्यावहारिक है. ओके
सर, और किसी को पोर्नोग्राफी देखनी है, पोर्न मूवीज देखनी है तो उसके लिए वाईफाई की जरूरत नहीं है, वो ऐसे भी अवेलेबल है. कोई डाटा पैक डला के भी वो देख सकता है. इस कल्चर और कल्चर हम लोग के लिए इसलिए होता है ताकि वो हम लोग को इन्हांस कर सके, हमारी वैल्यूज को. अगर वो कल्चर हमारे बेसिक राइट्स को रोकने लगे तो वो कल्चर हमारे लिए सही नहीं है. और कल्चर चेंज करने के लिए होता है आप अपने हिसाब से कल्चर को डालते हैं. सही बात ये है.
Well, I am happy to hear you speak like this. You are obviously brave young girls to have come and spoken. I hope you don't get suspended after this. That's all. अभी भी डर है?
Yes sir, डर तो है.
डर है कि आप suspend हो जाएंगी because you spoke to me. Thank you very much at least for speaking to me. I promise you that I will be there to defend you if you are suspended. Okay, on that note, Rajdeep Sardesai in Varanasi for India Today. So that's what the girls have to say. What does the Vice Chancellor, Dr. G.C. Tripathi, a Modi government appointee in November 2014, someone very close to the RSS, have to say on this blatant gender discrimination in one of the country's top universities? Listen in to Dr. Tripathi now. ये बताइए कि there has been criticism of BHU कि student जो girl students हैं, आप उनको इंटरनेट नहीं दे रहे हैं हॉस्टल में, आप उनको नॉन वेज नहीं पकाने की चांस दे रहे हैं, आप उनको डिबेट में भी शामिल करने के लिए एफिडेविट साइन करना पड़ता है कि वो नहीं डिबेट में आएंगे. व्हाट इज हैपनिंग सर इन BHU? क्या हो रहा है? आपके जो क्रिटिक्स कहते हैं कि ये आरएसएस का गढ़ बन गया है, क्या कहेंगे उनको आप?
मुझे लगता है कि संसद से बड़ी कोई संस्था देश में नहीं है और इसलिए संसद सदस्य होना भी ये बड़ी बड़ी प्रतिष्ठा और गौरव की बात है. तो मेंबर ऑफ पार्लियामेंट ने पार्लियामेंट में अगर कोई चीज़ उठाई है तो उस पर बात करने के पहले भी मैं बहुत सहज नहीं हूँ.
ये सच्चाई है, लेकिन क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री डिजिटल इंडिया की बात करते हैं और आप 24 आवर साइबर लाइब्रेरी भी नहीं अलाउ कर रहे हैं.
इसीलिए मैं सहज नहीं हूँ.
Because this has been raised in parliament also.
इसीलिए मैं और सोच के बोल रहा हूँ कि मैं कैसे कहूँ कि इन जितनी भी बातें आपने कही ये प्राइमा फेसाई गलत हैं,
ये झूठ है. यानी
ये मैं कह नहीं सकता क्योंकि मैंने पहले क्षमा मांगी.
स्टूडेंट्स मुझे मिले थे, कहा कि हमें सस्पेंड किया गया क्योंकि साइबर लाइब्रेरी.
मैं यही कह रहा हूँ. इट्स ए I think planned effort to
defame
BHU by saying these baseless things.
So every girl here has 24 access to internet.
Of course.
In their hostels. In their hostels. They are denying it.
Not in their rooms.
They cannot use it in their room.
Not in their rooms. And it can not be in all the rooms.
Sir, Mr. Modi talks of digital India. BHU should be the exemplar of digital India. You should be the symbol of digital India.
That BHU is going to be fully Wi-Fi.
And you don't allow internet in a girl's room?
Who says?
A room she's not allowed to use internet.
It is not possible right now to provide this facility in all the rooms because BHU has 90 hostels of boys and girls. So you can imagine the cost of providing this facility in each of the room. हमारे माननीय सांसद जी ने जो सवाल उठाए उनका उत्तर आपने हमारा सुना नहीं. पहली बात, मांसाहार पर कोई प्रतिबंध लगाया गया है, मैंने बहुत तलाश की, कोई नोटिफिकेशन मुझे नहीं मिला ऐसा. हाँ, सबको मांसाहार करना आवश्यक है ऐसा नोटिफिकेशन मैंने नहीं किया, पर मांसाहार पर प्रतिबंध लगाया गया पर्टिकुलरली गर्ल्स हॉस्टल में, मुझे वह नोटिफिकेशन नहीं मिला. आपको मिले या माननीय सांसद जी को किसी ने दिया हो तो वो मुझे मिलेगा तो मैं जरूर इस पर विचार करूंगा. नंबर 2, लड़कियां इंटरनेट यूज नहीं कर सकती, लड़के यूज करते हैं. मुझे कोई मैकेनिज्म आज तक नहीं मिले पूरे विश्व में कि लड़के और लड़कियों में वो यूज को लेकर के प्रतिबंध लगा सके.
तो आप मुझे आश्वासन दे रहे हैं कि कोई भेदभाव नहीं होगा, ना महिलाओं के है? नहीं है आप कह रहे हैं.
ये महामना की तपस्वी है, इस तरह का भेदभाव हो नहीं सकता.
तो ये जो कहा जा रहा है कि जब से बीजेपी सरकार में आई है 2014 में, तब से BHU has been taken over, ये आप मानते नहीं हैं?
एकदम गलत है. कोई मुझे तथ्य बताए. और मैं तो विश्वविद्यालय से बीजेपी के नाते नहीं जुड़ा हूँ. I have been in Allahabad University for the last about 40 years.
You are an appointee of the Modi government, so people are saying you are an RSS appointee.
मुझे नहीं लगता कि मैं कभी बीजेपी का एक रुपए का भी मेंबर रहा हूँ.
And you do not promote Golwalkar's ideology in the university campus.
मैं RSS से संबंधित रहा हूँ and I am proud of that. और उस RSS ने ही मुझे यह बताया कि विश्वविद्यालय किसी एक पर्टिकुलर विचारधारा के आधार पर नहीं चलाए जा सकते.
Okay, that's the big story and the big question that it raises. One of the country's top universities has been exposed tonight for discriminating against girls. This is a university which has had some of the most distinguished alumni set up by Bharat Ratna Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya. Has BHU been taken over by the moral police? Why the gender discrimination in BHU? In digital India, why no free Wi-Fi for girls in their hostel? Why can't girls protest or take part in political debates? Is the VC making BHU simply an RSS fortress for no liberal views whatsoever? Joining me now is Manish Sharma. He's a member of the Joint Action Committee that has been formed on BHU and other universities linked closely to the Congress party. Also Shaktidhar Sharma, Director Equicap Asia Private Limited. He's an alumni of BHU and I think you are associated with the trust set up by Madan Mohan Malviya's name. And Mamta Borgyari, CEO FXB India Suraksha, she's also an alumni BHU. I appreciate all you joining us. You've seen what we've shown today. Your first reaction, Shaktidhar Suman, do you believe that the VC and the administration have much to answer for? In today's day and age, how can girls not be allowed free Wi-Fi 24 hours in their hostels when boys are allowed that? That's the first basic issue.
Yeah. Let us discuss this first.
Yes.
What are the facilities which are actually there? Number one, what are the facilities which are required and what are the facilities which are demanded? Number one, you are talking of Wi-Fi, using Wi-Fi in the girls' hostels room.
Yes.
If you are having your own internet connection, you can use in your room. There is no jammer anywhere which restricts using internet services inside your room.
No, yes. That's not what the girls told me. The girls told me they could not have access to free Wi-Fi.
No, I'll tell you, no, it is not free for anybody there.
No, the boys have it. The boys have it. The boys told me they have the Wi-Fi facility in their hostel. Why should the girls be denied? And the reason I was given, sir, is that it will promote pornography. I mean, girls will watch porn, but boys can do what they want.
There is no question of using that for pornography. Only thing is if you have your own connection or own internet, you can use anywhere you want. There is no jammer anywhere in the university. That is not actually the fact. There, if the jammer is there, which stops internet uses, then it's a question.
Manish, is that true? What is your, let's be honest. There are no jammers is what is being suggested.
There is no jammer.
You can use it in your privacy of your room if you had your own internet connection.
Yes.
No, I think he does not have proper information. I have this RTI answer. It says everything, and that RTI answer was given by the BHU administration, which says that in the girls' hostel there is no internet facility. It's given, right? So the larger point is, Rajdeep, the larger point is not having internet or not. The larger point is one Vichardhara is trying to control your life. So basically what happened...
Whether it is dress code, whether it is internet, whether you cannot speak on political issues. But you believe this has only happened now? There are people who are saying this has been building up for years. Even when the Congress was in power, it was Banaras Hindu University designed to promote values as Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya found in 1916.
Rajdeep ji, problem to hai na. This is the problem, right? Let's discuss about what is the problem, right? Last two and a half years, what is happening basically, problems are there, but there was no suppression. There is one particular vichar is trying to say, aapko kya pehenna hai, kya khana hai, kiske saath jana hai, kab jana hai. If you go against it, they will suppress you, they'll crush you, they'll throw you out of the campus. So what happened? My simple question is, in BHU, what Vice Chancellor is saying, what this document is saying, कि लड़कों को ये है, लड़कियों को नहीं है, there is an issue and we have a fundamental issue, we have a infrastructure issue, बहुत बड़ा hostel है. The larger question in this entire, I'll take just 1 minute. Entire narrative is, ladki is not an object. She's a human being, right? And she has equal right. And you are not going to decide वो क्या पहने, क्या खाए, किसके साथ जाए. What is the...
that's my worry. Girls cannot go out of the campus after 8 p.m.
Yes.
They cannot wear shorts in their messes. I mean, in today's day, in their own women's hostel mess, I cannot go as a girl to wear shorts. This is Banaras Hindu University.
I'll tell you.
And when I argue this, I'm told, look at AMU. Why should Banaras Hindu University constantly compare it to others?
I studied in that university 25 years ago. And the same rule was existing there also, that girls can go outside hostels beyond 8 p.m. but you need to take permission from the warden. That was there, and that is there.
Girls,
so this rule has not come in the last.
So you are saying these rules have always existed. But I can tell you something, sir, that has happened in the last 2.5 years. The senior professor told me he could not come on camera that seminars are now held on Golwalkar. There are no discourses on Gandhi. So on the 30th of January, they wanted to hold a protest. They wanted to hold a study circle on Gandhi. They were not allowed to do so. So you can have it on Golwalkar, but not on Gandhi.
No, you can have everybody. No. I'm not aware. Whatever facts you are citing, I'm not aware.
No, right.
But I'll tell you, the freedom of speech is there. You can debate, discuss. But the only thing is that
you have not visited VHU in last 2.5 years. I believe that. I'll give you one example. Basically, in VHU,
I visit VHU every year.
Okay.
I belong to.
So you have not spoken to the student. You have not checked their pain. I'll give you one example. I'll give you just
one by one, sir. Okay. One by one. You give a point, and I want to go to the lady.
Yeah. So one point is basically you are discussing about the 30th January incident, right? What Vice Chancellor say that this university is not supposed to be politicized, right? But at the same time, last week, Indresh, he's a culprit. I mean, he's not a culprit, he's under trial for one blast, right? He keeps on coming to the campus and keep on delivering his speech about nationalism and all. At the same time, we wanted to organize one discussion about Gandhi on 30. They said, "Aap politics kar rahe ho, sir."
So Gandhi debate was not allowed on 30th of January, but Indresh Kumar of the RSS can come there and give his view of nationalism. Hey, 1 minute, let me come back more to these girls, because I am worried about the way girls are so frightened. They were worried to even come on my program because they think they'll be suspended by the VC. Mamta Bogriari, you're an alumni, a CEO of a company. Do you believe this has always been the case, this discrimination, or do you believe this is a recent phenomenon?
This is not at all so. I am really shocked. I mean, I wonder what values and what protection are we talking about. I come from the same university where I have learned what value means, where I have imbibed the culture of tradition with progress and growth. And it is the same university where we are having this debate. It is extremely shameful. It is painful, in fact, to hear that this is happening. I think it is high time we stop defining protection, stop defining what girls should be doing, what women are capable of, you know, in our own way. I think it is, from BHU we have had women leaders, we have women, you know, in the bureaucrats, we have politicians. What are we talking about?
Did you have any dress code restrictions, ma'am? Mamta ji, did you have any dress code restrictions in your hostel or outside when you were in BHU?
Not at all. Not at all, not at all. And let me also tell you about the, I would really like to talk a bit about the culture here. In my time, it was all about respect. It was not about subjugation in the name of protection. I wonder how safe is the campus? How much is the administration looking at creating a safe campus rather than putting these girls behind and putting restrictions on them? If the library is accessible to the boys, why can't it be accessible to the girls? It is a plain question of rights. We enter the university, a boy or a girl as a student, and every student has a right to access each of these facilities irrespective of their gender.
So this is all, that's my precise point. Somewhere from what you are saying, ma'am, and Shaktidhar, Suman, this has started in the recent time. It has got worse. There may have been an atmosphere in the past also that was suspicious of liberal values, or what you may call liberal values. I don't even know anymore what to call liberal values. But these restrictions, dress code, Wi-Fi, non-vegetarian food. How can you allow the man to cook? The boy student can cook non-veg in his room, but if the girl does it, it is seen as impure. That's the word that a first year student used to me.
I'll tell you. Let us point objectively.
Yes.
Number one, using mobile phone in their rooms, they can use. If you have your own internet connection, number one.
Yes.
Number two, internet is provided to boys, that is not provided to boys hostel, neither boys hostel nor girls hostel. Internet is not there anywhere in the BHU, except IT has cable connections, IT hostels have those connections. Number three, eating non-veg. The mess which is organized in the hostels are run by students themselves. These are cooperative messes.
So there is no menu, it's not on the menu. You heard the girls. The girls said it is not on our menu, but it's on the boys' menu. Why? Why? They said that they were told by the hostel warden that it is impure if girls cook.
They manage their menu. They can list the non-veg food in the menu and they can have it.
No, that's not true.
Can you show me any regulation given by
this is RTI reply.
So they've got an RTI reply.
You just get through.
Have you asked that?
No. Hang on. I said this is one RTI answer we have got.
What is the answer?
Answer says that कि महिला महाविद्यालय छात्रावास में इंटरनेट की सुविधा नहीं है.
बॉयज हॉस्टल में है.
ठीक है.
वहां भी नहीं है.
And
did you ask that?
No. We asked that. Okay.
You asked that. बॉयज हॉस्टल में भी नहीं है. तो बॉयज हॉस्टल गर्ल्स हॉस्टल में भी नहीं है. डिस्क्रिमिनेशन कहाँ है?
No. Where is the what did they say on non-veg food?
So
where is the non-veg food?
Is there a restriction that it said in the RTI?
Yes, it says that कि महिला महाविद्यालय और girls hostel में non-veg की facility नहीं है. ठीक है. One point. Now the larger point which I wanted to make, which you raised, and that ma'am said correctly said that. See, if there is what is the agenda? What is the motive to put the curfew timing? You want to save these girls, right? Instead of putting them in the curfew, उनको जेल में डालने की जगह अगर आप थोड़ा सा सोचें और environment ऐसा build करें जहां पर सब कुछ safe हो, आप safety पे ध्यान दो ना, instead of उनको जेल में डालना. Already they are sufferers, right?
Today let me bring in, I want to bring in my woman panelist who is a BHU alumni. Ma'am, what would you like to today tell Mr. Tripathi, who may be watching this program, I hope? What would you like to tell the Vice Chancellor, who believes that he is an RSS Swayam Sevak first and is bringing cultural values of the RSS into the university, saying this is about culture? What would you like to tell him today as a distinguished alumni?
With due respect, sir, I would tell him to pause. Pause and hear himself. What is he talking about? What values? What is value? What value are we talking about? I am a completely a woman who has living all the values that I've learned from that university. I'm walking in path with modernity. What is this value that he's talking about? I sometimes wonder whether they're even listening to what they're saying. We have stopped listening to others. We are stopping listening to ourselves. What is value? What values are you talking about? Number one. Number two, I think we have progressed. And as you rightly said, Rajdeep, that we are talking about digital India. We are talking about growth. We are talking about women being in the political and economic sphere in the country and leading the country, in that trying to protect them is something I find very difficult to understand. What are you protecting? And are you protecting your own insecurities?
So this is
Are you insecure about
but this is, this
the
moral
development
policing,
and the progress?
This moral policing, I want to say, this morals policing is happening in different universities. We are going to be carrying out a sustained campaign. I promise you, if you have any stories in your campuses, I'm getting a lot of people writing in from Tamil Nadu, from Gujarat. These are states where there are apparently similar repressive dress code rules on what time you can leave the hostel, when you can't. My point is, today you've seen the wider world. The time has come for Banaras Hindu University to understand that if you want to promote the ideas of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya, don't live in the 20th century. We are in 21st century, sir.
Yeah, that's fine. We are there in 21st. That's why every facility, whatever is required to pursue a good career for girls and boys, at equal level, those are available.
No 24-hour cyber library in today's day and world. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, his home constituency, talks of digital India, and girls cannot have a cyber library for 24 hours. Or the boys who asked for it were suspended.
Where do you have the cyber library? Do you have in JNU? 24 hours?
In most of
it is reading space available. Only you can go and read there. Books are not issued.
Sir,
you can go and then read
BHU,
there. I'll check that.
BHU, it is not happening. Even it is not happening. It was happening earlier.
I agree.
Now what happened?
Final word.
Yeah. So basically, it is not only happening in BHU. ये जो moral policing वाला space, it is happening across the nation. Whether recently this one incident I got to know, the Vanasthali University, it is the same. लड़की क्या पहने, क्या खाएं, किसके साथ जाएं?
Where is this?
It is Vanasthali University, Jaipur. Right. The larger thing is basically we all need to keep on fighting against one particular hegemony जो लोगों की life को control करना चाहता है. It is happening because
there is an attempt being made to culturally police our universities to promote, you believe, a particular cultural thought.
Yeah.
The other side is saying very clearly that this is wrong. They claim that this is not about cultural policing. This is about, in some way, ensuring that the university is safe for all.
No, I am saying that whatever infrastructure and facilities are required for development of women in the university, for their personality development, for their academic development, for their sports and benefits.
Sir, you are saying it after hearing those girls. You heard those girls today, sir.
I am telling that you set your facts right, you spoke to those girls, but they have not objectively told that this is not available.
Sir, okay, so let me leave it there. Let me leave it there.
He studied in 2008. He can discriminate himself.
Okay, let me leave it there. I hope that people are listening. All we want to do, this is not about elections, for God's sake, as some of you are tweeting back. This is not a political issue. This is about the quality of education in our universities and no gender discrimination, for God's sake, in 2017. That's all we are talking about here. And we will go to any university if you give us details and give details of why in this 2017 we cannot have gender discrimination. Thank you very much for joining us. Let me turn to my other top focus tonight. 5 days after the killing of Hyderabad techie in Kansas, the Indian Embassy in the United States today called for a speedy probe. The incident has caused ripples in the political circles as well, who have demanded such incidents to be labelled as hate crimes. The incident involved a young man, Srinivas, who was killed in a hate crime in a pub in Kansas. What are the lessons that can be learned here, and what really do the various NRI associations, particularly in Telangana, plan to do? Shiv Kumar is the president of the NRI Parents Association. He joins me. Srinivas Kolipara is founder and CEO of T-Hub in Hyderabad, which encourages startups both here and in the United States. Shiv Kumarji, as the president of the NRI Parents Association, is this incident, sir, being treated as a one-off, or is there a fear factor that has been built in as a result of this terrible incident that took place in Kansas?
Sir, I am Dr. Rajkumar.
Yes, go ahead. Do speak to me. Sorry.
I am Dr. Rajkumar.
Yes.
I am the president of Telangana NRI Parents Association.
My apologies.
The incident, whatever has happened at Kansas State, it is absolutely an unfortunate situation that we have been facing now. See, the person who has killed, that his name is Peterson, what he says is that the racism, because of the racism that he has developed a negative opinion on the Indians especially, that they are grabbing all our opportunities. Whatever they have been earning, enjoying their life and all, the same we are not able to get. So that has been developed for the last several years, it seems. And soon after this, Trump has become the president of America.
Right.
And before campaigning of his election also, and he has given so many promises to the people of the old citizens of America that I will take care of as far as your employment and a comfortable life is concerned, with various other issues in the manifesto, whatever they have kept. But just after, as he assumed as President of America, and slowly he was trying to, immediately he was trying to implement.
Can I?
One after other.
Can I? So you're directly linking it, Mr. Rajkumar, to the rise of Trump. Now, I just want to understand that Srinivas Kolipara, as a founder and CEO of T-Hub, is this going to result in some, what impact is it going to have? Number of young people are going from Hyderabad, from Telangana to America. Yeah. Will it in some way slow down this process, Srinivas?
See, earlier whoever...
No, just a minute. Let me get in Srinivas Kolipara. Let me bring in... Yes, Srinivas.
I was saying that I'm not sure if it will slow them down in the short term.
Yes.
People who've made their plans to go will go anyway. Mm-hmm. I think definitely there's an apprehension now. I mean, this was a senseless killing. It seems to be the latest in a string. Mm-hmm. So definitely people are worried. I think less people will start looking at this. Mm-hmm. And I think certainly some of the people in the US also are feeling apprehensive. So we'll have to see what the long term is. But for now, yeah, there's definitely fear.
Right. You know, it's obvious what has happened in Telangana is going to create some kind of reverberations. What has happened in Kansas is going to create reverberations in Telangana. I just have 30 seconds, Mr. Rajkumar. I want to ask you, as a parent today, what is your one piece of advice to young people now going? Because I read that you all are putting in various rules and regulations, learn English properly, all kinds of regulations. Are you all going to put in more regulations for young students who want to go? Very quickly, sir.
See, nowadays it has become very difficult to go to America and go for their higher education. And the OPT time is very less. Earlier it was 2 years followed by 1 year. Mm-hmm. And there are so many institutions, universities, they were not recognized. And the students from Telangana state, those who are gone to America and joined into universities, and they came to know after 1 semester or 2 semesters that the university is not being recognized. So in this situation, you know, see, lot of expenditure on their children education. They have borrowed lakhs of rupees loan from various banks and all, and they have mortgaged their houses and sent their children to America.
Right.
But now the new conditions, rather, whatever the new government of America is going to implement,
yes,
it is very difficult for us to continue over there for higher education as well as to settle down in America.
So the real issue at the moment is the restrictions that are likely to come in place and what impact they will have. Obviously, this hate crime has bred a sense of fear also among young people who may want to go. Yeah. But hopefully this is just an isolated instance. Our thoughts with the family. It's terrible what's happened in Kansas, and we hope that the Trump administration recognizes what hate politics can do to young innocents who are living in America. Thanks very much to both my panelists for joining us. Sorry we couldn't give more time to that. We've run completely out of time.